Norma Pratt is been very involved with the California Yacht Club, very involved with the leadership of the California Yacht Club. Has a boat on the main channel. Actually, we were the first participants. That was our slip when the marina was brand new, when they just added those slips. And she's just has a different kind of approach to living. Some of us people were a little bit more casual, and she's kind of on the more high society kind of role for it, I say. So, Norma Pratt's our next speaker.
I don't think so.
Well, you are saying about
Well, good morning, everybody. How do I put 21 years of living aboard in 10 minutes? I'm going to try real fast, hit the highlights. But I must start with why we bought the boat in the first place in late 1989. We moved from Orange County to LA, second marriage for both of us. And we were sitting in a beautiful apartment on the Marquesas on the water and kept looking at these beautiful boats. And so prices of homes at the time were about 700, 800 where we were looking, and they were like teardowns. So we had done the house bit, so we decided, after looking at these boats for maybe 6 months, we said, you know what, it's time for a new adventure. So we decided to buy a boat at the LA Convention Center. So a brand new blue water coastal cruiser, 60 feet, and here we were novices. I had a sailboat for a little while down in Newport, but anyway, certainly couldn't handle that boat. But they were very helpful in teaching us how to navigate and pilot the boat. So we did, and we found ourselves entertaining on the boat all the time. It was just a constant, wonderful experience. And naturally, we had to join a yacht club, having a boat. So we joined the California Yacht Club in 1990. And after a while, we faced a summer where we had a lot of traveling planned. And so we say, you know, we're always on the boat, so why don't we just try living on the boat for the summer and see how it is. And if we like it, since we're traveling a lot, we may decide to stay through the year for this one time to experience it. And so we did. And so we liked it. And so we stayed. And so living at the yacht club, having the yacht club there to socialize and meet friends, our lifestyle was totally different. It's certainly a great way of meeting people. Then in '94 we moved at the California Yacht Club on the main channel there. And so here we are. I can't believe it. You know, 15 years later, where has the time gone? I have no idea. But the adventure for us for like the first 10, 12 years of our living on the boat, it was cruising to Catalina 4 or 5 times a year. And of course, those were the days of gas prices being very low. So it was a lot of fun. And our son was 7 when we moved on the boat. And what an experience for him. And soon he joined the junior program at CYC. And he was happy as can be, and so were we. I think the adventures for me, I actually was for it more than my husband, because he was saying, what are we going to do with all our stuff? Well, fortunately, we had an office on Washington and the ocean, probably about 800 square feet and a nice balcony outdoors on the second level above Margarita Cafe, which is currently Leona's, if you are in tune with the area. So anyway, everything that didn't fit on the boat we brought to the office, and I had a closet at the office as well. So that helped with all my clothing. So I had ample space on the boat, but I had the closet there, and everything we didn't want we left at the office. And you know, you work 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, so you're off the boat and you're outside, and so it never felt closed in. And I particularly like that boat style because it's very open, and I don't like particularly tight spaces. So for me, all the windows around and the openness, and it's got a huge top deck for entertaining, which is fantastic, was perfect for us. And it was even more perfect when about 8 years ago I discovered, took all my drapes down, which was such a pain, and it took all that down. And I had the windows tinted, and it's That's fantastic. You see the outside, and I love the outside world. I love the water sports and the activities that happens all around us all the time. So for me, that's very just wonderful. And you can see perfectly outside everything that's happening around you, and nobody can see in. I mean, the people watching the boat, you kind of look in and they're watching, and you can be right in their face and they don't see you. So that's fantastic. It offers you a lot of privacy, and without having to pull the shades up and down all the time and wondering, you know, if people can see you if you're not dressed properly and whatnot. So it's a thing to do if you have lots of windows, I would suggest, and it's low maintenance. And of course, some other advantages is, you know, you entertain. It's so easy. You don't have to worry about the china. It's, although I love all that upper stuff, classy stuff, but entertaining is so much easier and it's so much more fun. Like I said, the outside world is out there for you to enjoy all the time. People love to come on your boat and party with you and enjoy that lifestyle. So that's a big plus. It's low decorum interiorly, and so you don't have to worry about painting your rooms every day, every year, and buying all new this and that constantly. It's very, but you make up on the other end a little bit because it seems to me like there's always something mechanical that needs to be fixed, and those bills can be a little pricey. So maintaining generators and big engines and whatnot, that's a little pricey. So you have to weigh the two. But you don't have the pool expense of the lawn and the roof leaking and all that. But that brings to mind, you do have certain things that you have to be very aware of all the time, is your water lines and leaks and batteries. That you have to always, you know, make sure that that's cold status, you know. And to me, that's a man's job, but I always have my nose into it. Whenever a mechanic comes around, I'm just a curious kind of person, so I kind of have to know what the heck's going on all around me. And another big plus is the emergency factor, to me anyway, because I remember when we had the LA riots, we just pulled the lines, and you know, our son was about 10, I think, at the time. And we just pulled the lines and went to Catalina for 2 weeks and stayed away from LA because, you know, you're all self-contained, you're ready to go. You've got a generator, you've got your water, you've got everything ready to go. So just pull the lines and go where it's safe if you have to. So that's a big plus. You know, the city runs out of electricity, you're self-contained. So it's always important to keep, you know, ample water on board, your batteries properly maintained and so on, and that you're always got fuel on board so you can take off. So the lifestyle at CYC for me was just great. I mean, everything is around us. We park the car on Friday afternoon and never move it till Monday morning in our working years. Now we don't do that. We got rid of the office 2 years ago, and so now we're more, you know, not having to go out all the time, but that's the way it is. In Marina Del Rey, it's just ideal. You can walk to the theaters, you can walk to the restaurants, and your entertainment and your friends always meet you at CYC, and so it's just a beautiful lifestyle. It really is. I had never thought of moving off the boat, quite frankly. Oh, I must mention closet space, of course. We had 3 staterooms on the boat, so we turned one into a closet. So that was salvation. So one is a closet, and the other 2 are staterooms with full baths. And there is tubs in them, yes. So that makes it nice. So that's about it for me, my story. Thank you so much for listening, and happy living aboard.